Alrighty, so next update on the 65 Belair. I told y'all we're going to be working pretty hard on this one. I just kind of want to show y'all why I'm replacing the under the seat pan. See all the pretty holes. Just as bad over there. Floor pan. Floor pan. And once again, that side, pretty good. So really weird that it was only one side the car got ate up. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and cut this out. I've got the new pans over here. So what I'm going to do, that's the under the seat pan. I'll put the whole thing in it. And it looks like the floor pan, we'll put the whole thing in it, and I have to make a little bit of the toe board when that goes in there. So stay tuned, we're going to cut it up real fast. See what I got left, a Swiss cheese car. So keep watching. Alrighty, so to do a little update on what I did today. So it's been a little slow because this has been a lot of cutting. I had to spend like at least an hour and a half wrestling the fuel line out of the car, because it's literally right under here and I didn't want a big fire. So I went ahead, cut out the big spots here on the passenger side. They're cut out. You're going to see this side here where the under the seat pan that goes underneath the floor pan, which is really crazy. I have not welded because what I'm probably going to do is put that entire pan up to the center, weld it all the way down through the center so it looks really good. But what I have done, let me get in here, is this panel is actually all welded in. I need to seam seal it, weld it up. The only thing I have yet to come back to do is I got to come back here because I separated it, and I will need to get a hammer and a dolly and the inner wheel well and just tighten it up and weld it. And the same thing with this side, because I want it to look good. I separated it with the air chisel, so it is looking better. So tomorrow, we'll scoot out here. Hopefully, if the game goes right, just a mental reminder for me, that is for the emergency brake cable, and it is literally welded to the back floor pan, and I gotta remember to put that back on in the correct location. So what I'm gonna do is trim this up and probably put majority. The only thing I'll probably do is down here across there. I'm probably going to do about a ½ inch from the edge. I don't think I can get my flange tool in there. So what I'll do is probably get right on it and butt weld it on both sides so it does not look like it's ever had pans in it when the frame's on it. Because I still, once again, hopefully, probably after this, in the next 3 or 4 weeks, hopefully I can have the frame switched. And then it'd be a lot easier. Oh, that's gotten dirty. Because I still got to finish sandblasting up there too. And probably would not hurt to sandblast the dash. There is some rust you see right there. It's a little bit on the other side too. And address that. But this has been the elephant in the room because it's just been a pain in the butt to do this. And it's just a lot of work. And once again, I was more worried about fighting that gas line because it literally took an hour and a half, because it's actually in between the frame and a lot of the frame clips and the body, and the way this rear axle goes, it's almost impossible to get that bad boy out. So I got to make sure to remind myself to put all the brake lines and gas lines on that body or on that frame before we roll it under this car. So the little bitty Chevrolet that could. Oh, and I got some powder coated goodies too for it. I'll show you these. They're in here. And I'll probably do another update tomorrow. Excuse the mess in here. It's gotten a little crazy. Oh, I got another SY1 Edelbrock too, and that one's been powder coated. So we got these. Cow Custom. I think those are going to look pretty sweet on that motor. And then I promised y'all in the other video, there are the wheels I picked up. We might put them on there. I'll look and see. Because that offset, I think the only thing they really work decent on is the big body cars like that. They will not, I don't think they'll work because it's like a 4-inch backspace. It's a 17x8 wheel. And I think they'll work on my El Camino or the big body Chevelles. But I think it's the only thing that fits. Because I think this is a 15x8 and a 4 1/4 backspace Corvette Rally. It looks good. It doesn't. It's right under there. I think maybe the tires look a little small on it, but that's a 245/60 15 all the way around on the car. All right, so just once again, stay tuned. We'll do that. If I can tomorrow, I might go ahead and start taking the dash apart, because that will be after the top of the front of the windshield is sandblasted dash, and then it's really going to be painting that, and I'm going to sand the entire floor down and band lighten the crap out of the floor. I like the bed liner. I got I don't remember if it's a Raptor liner. I got a whole 5-quart thing in there, so my goal is to do the floor, the trunk. I really wish I could jack it up and do the bottom side of it, take a wire wheel to it and do the whole bottom side of the car and clean it real good before it goes on that frame, so that way that the bottom end is completely done. But stay tuned. All right, now we got the pan welded majority of the way in. Don't get me wrong, there's still a lot of grinding and stuff. I gotta weld where those holes are and clean it up. Going back through here, clean all this stuff up, and then I want to basically do the body work to the center. Still need to weld the inner wheel wells. I ended up getting a 454 today, and I decided to play with it, so I took it and got it running. So, but I did get all this stuff done. It's welded all the way around. Got ground, the holes are ground down the welds up front to make it look better in the toe board. But it's looking alright. One more week. Next weekend I should have this thing done. It should look okay. And then once again we'll seam seal it and make it look good. So what I'll do is I'll probably post this with the other videos. It is also all done underneath. So it's welded up, and I'm going to do the body work up there too. So it's all tucked up under really tightly. And it looks really, really good. So I'm happy with it. So clean the bottom. Probably bedline a bunch of that while I got this stuff apart. I also did learn, by the way, that insulation is extremely flammable. So be careful. I don't know, it catches it and it just smolders and smolders. So I gotta put it up. Y'all love this too. This is how I got it rigged up so I can move it around. I got my little lawnmower gas tank. Flip it over. She fires right up. And I also got some seam filler I gotta put out there. What I'm gonna do is spread it out with the caulk gun, and then I'll take a brush to go over it so it looks factory. Alrighty, like always, stay tuned.